Hello and welcome back here to Janet Tate Stadium in beautiful northern Chattanooga, Tennessee, as we get ready for Game 2 here on Day 19 of the Scenic City Collegiate League season. Redbats and Bandits battling it out once more here in the second half of the morning matchup. 7:30 start time. We're a couple minutes early this time around. It'll be Emma Zymek going to work here for this Bandits squad after they walked off this Redbats team yesterday in last night's matchup. It'll be Emily Farrow, the pitcher, starting us off wearing number 2 as she'll face the left-hander for the first time here on the day. First pitch down to the dirt makes it ball 1. We're underway here from Janet Tate Stadium. KK Hagan will follow up Farrow and she'll lead us off. Hagan will wear number 3 at second base here today in the 2 spot. Gracie Espadia will hit third. The shortstop wearing number 10. Kelly DeLauder will hit fourth. The first baseman wearing 12. Kelly Brandon, the third baseman, will wear 16 and hit fifth. This one on the other half is called for a ball, 2-0. Delana Brown will be in left field today wearing number 7 in that 6th spot. Savannah Cantrell, the catcher, will hit 7. She will wear number 11. As the check swing is called for a strike, 2-1. Val Pedersen will hit 8th. The right fielder will wear number 6. Abby Walker, the center fielder, will wear number 8. She will round out this Red Bats lineup. As now Farrell laces one left-hand side into left center field, a base knock. Runner on with nobody out, a leadoff single. He puts one through the left-hand side on the ground. Now a runner on with nobody out. KK Hagan's turn. Now the player for the second most walks this season with 9 steps up for the first time today and laces it down the right field line foul, 0-1. So Hagan, the now second baseman, primarily has played at third base this majority of the season. She's gotten a little bit of time in left, now moves into second as well. She played there once before this season. She'll get her first hacks in now in the 2 spot here today. She's been through all sorts of the way of this lineup in terms of hitting. The only thing she hasn't done really, she'll foul it off, is hit in the leadoff spot. She's hit second. She's hit 4th, 3rd, 5th, 8th. The only 2 spots she really hasn't hit is the 1 and the 9. Now 0-2 count against her, nobody out. Simon fire. Bounce from the dirt, now 1-2. So Farrell with a leadoff single to left that cut through that third and shortstop gap. Stanley and Fowler can't get to it. The 1-2. Stays away with it now, 2-2. This Bandit squad, who came all the way back in the bottom of the 7th inning, down 4-1 to walk it off with 4 in the bottom of the 7th. Check swing did not offer. Stays outside, works it full. Hagan staying patient. Runner at first, 1 down. Second this season in walks with 9, just behind Abby Lozer with 10. Stays high with a double-digit walks for Hagan. Now puts second and third. Still nobody out. Two runners on, nobody out, and Gracie Espadia comes up to the plate. Espadia steps in now for the first time here today. 19 hits for her, has her tied for 8, as this one's fouled off to make it 0-1. She's tied with, funny enough, her teammate Callie DeLauder and Mally Corson just behind them with 18. As Espadia and DeLauder both looking for hits number 20, they would be number 8 and 9 to do so if they both find one here today. Second and first, no one out. Farrow at second, KK Hagan at first. This one bounced in the dirt, 1-1. Newest commit to the University of Alabama, Birmingham, the Trailblazers soon to be. Maybe 4 doubles as well, sits her at a tie for 6th this season. Next pitch, laces it, shortstop side, Stanley's there, throw to second, double play. Farrow took a couple strides too many. 6-4 double play, 2 down. Runner's still at first, now 2 outs, and it brings up the dangerous Callie DeLauder. Home run leader this year. Drives it deep center field, and on number 9, Wogon. Callie DeLauder shot to center. The recipe's to pin pitcher outside. You left it too far up and in. And Caladolata goes deep to center. 2-0 now your score. Red Bats taking early advantage once again. 2-run shot for Caladolata. Hit number 20, home run number 9. RBIs number 24 and 25. She now takes full possession of second. And now it brings up Callie Branham, who's been one of the hottest bats here to start us off the month of July. First pitch to her, down the zone for ball 1. So Branham now comes up, nobody on, 1 out. A 2-run nuke to center from Caladolata. The recipe's been to pitch outside or from Zymet to anybody pitching-wise. DeLauder has been on the outer half. She leaves one just a little too far inside, and she punishes her. Branham to center field, base knock. Runner on with 2 outs. Another base hit for Branham. And now it brings up Delana Brown as the Red Bats offense striking early like usual. If there was a percentage of runs hit in that first inning, or runs brought in the first 3 innings of the ballgame, the Red Bats would probably be up there with the Smokies, if not the league leaders. Big swing and a miss makes it 0-1. Brown steps in now for first time. Runner at first, 2 down, 2-0 your score early. Caladolata with a shot to center field. If this one stays high, makes it 1-1. Now Branham at first, 2 outs. 1-1 to Brown. Stays high again with it now, 2-1. Cantrell would come up next. So Farrow singles to start off the ball game. Hagen walks. Espadia lines out into a double play at short, and then Caladolata cleans up the bases. Brown fouls it off, 2-2. Nothing now your score is Caladolata with her 9th home run of the season. A bomb to center field after Farrow again leads us off with a ground ball to the third shortstop hole. Hagen reaches on a full count walk. Brown fouls this off, still 2-2. Spadia lines out to the shortstop and then gets doubled up Farrow at second as she was too far off the bag. Water on the first pitch that she sees goes to straightaway center. Branham lines one to straightaway center as well. Gets down in front of the center fielder in Blaylock. The runner on with 2 outs. The 2-2. Fouls it off again. Stays alive. Two to the count, 2 outs. Next pitch. Skies this one. Shallow right center field. Trying to get underneath it. No one there. Base knock for Brown as Blaylock and Clark both trying to run it down. It lands in fair territory in right center, and now second and first, still 2 out. And now it brings up Cantrell. First pitch to Cantrell, bouncing the dirt, makes it 1-0. The 1-0. Stays high with it, gets away from Jacobs, goes to the backstop. Runners will advance. 2-0 now the count. And runners now in scoring position on the wild pitch. Now Cantrell, the catcher here tonight, the Northeast Alabama Community College product, the JUCO World Series winner this past season. The 2-0. Outside again, now 3-0. Three other count, runners at second and third. 2-0 already your score. This one hits softly shortstop side. Stanley's got it, throws the first in time. And that will end the inning. 2 runners do get left stranded. But 2 runs come in. Calvin Lauder's 9th home run of the season, the league leader. Second in RBIs now with 25 on the year. Find themselves ahead. They do leave 2 stranded. With that being said, we go to the bottom half of the frame. Bandits will have to try and respond. They'll have to do so against Emily Farrow. We'll be right back after this quick break here on day 19, game 2 of the Scenic City Collegiate League season here in the summer of 2026 from Bandits Stadium in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching. We'll be back in just a moment. Bottom of the first inning we go. 2-0 now your score. Callie Lauder's 9th home run of the season. A deep shot to center has given this Red Bat squad an early lead again. They've done so, it feels like, every single time this season, except maybe the one time they lost the Smokies 1-0. Other than that, they've been the team to strike first darn near every single game, and it's been mostly due to the thankful bat of Callie Lauder. But now it'll be Christian Fowler facing off against Emily Farrell for the first time here this morning as that one stays outside for ball 1. So the third baseman Fowler steps in. She'll wear number 1 to lead us off. Lily Blaylock, the center fielder, will follow her up wearing number 5. Addie Yates, the left fielder, will wear 4 in the 3 spot. This one's up and away, 2-0. Olivia Thornton, the dangerous U.S. South Florida commit, the DP, wearing 10, will hit 4th. Emmy Clark in right field will wear number 3 and hit 5th. Allison Stanley will hit in 6th spot, wearing 7 at shortstop. This one outside, 3-0 now to count for Fowler. Marisi will bat 7th. She'll wear 9 and play second base today. Dan, first base, will hit 8th wearing 15. Brewing to the DP will wear 12 in the 9th spot. Next pitch. Takes first strike, 3-1. Robbie Van will hit 10th. The DP as well, wearing 13. Cara Thomas will DP as well in the 11th spot. The number 5 player. Time it will hit 12th. She'll wear 2 on the mound. This one's taken a tad too far outside. Ball 4. Fowler reaches for the first time here today, and good speed now for this Bandit squad. Rounding out the lineup will be Tessa Jacobs. She'll be behind the plate today, hitting in the 13th spot. So now Blaylock, with great speed, the slap hitting outfielder, comes to plate. Shows bunt, lays it down over the head of Branham. That's a fair ball! Whoa! Lily Blaylock! Branham saw bunt, came to chase it in. Blaylock, I don't know if that was intentional or not, just kind of lined it over her head. It bounces right over the third base bag. Second and first, nobody out. Can't say I've seen that one before. Second and first down, no outs. First pitch, runner goes. Thrown out to third. Espedia couldn't get there. It was a good throw. Stolen bases for both of them. Runners in scoring position, nobody out. So a double steal puts second and third now on the base paths. Yates steps in 0 on the count against her. This one stays too far inside. Now 1-1. And now Cantrell will chat with Farrow. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. A walk and a single from Blaylock in one of the most unconventional ways you can ever see on a bunt. Just able to lift it over the head of Branham, who came in to find the bunt. Blaylock just kind of pops it over her head. It rolls right down the line over the third base bag. The double steal works out. 1-1 the count, and Addie Yates a chance to drive in a run. She'll foul this one off, 1-2. Left fielder, the UNC Wilmington product. Trying to see if she can be the one to drive in at least one here. Blaylock with fantastic speed as well. Any grass could probably bring in two. Farrow just trying to record out number one. 2-0 lead in her favor already. This one high, 2-2. Olivia Thornton, who had a 2-run monster shot to left yesterday, would hit next. The 2-2. Chopped to third base side, foul, stays alive. Left fielder here today. Left-handed hitter in that 3 spot once more. Top of the order has loaded now for this Bandit squad. Fowler now with third. Blaylock at second after the bunt single. She had 2 hits yesterday. Yates chops it second base side. Hagen's going to go to the plate with it. Throw is there, not in time. A run scores. Runzer's at the corner now. Still nobody out. Hagen went home with it. Cantrell wasn't going to get the tag in time. Fowler too quick. Runners at the corners. 2-1 now your score. And still nobody out. And it's Olivia Thornton. First pitch to her down and away. Runner will go. Standing in will be Yates. She'll take a stolen bag here with no throw. Thornton steps in. Skies this one. Deep out there to the foul ground side. Branham makes the grab. One away. Get the dangerous Thornton to fly out in foul ground. And it brings up Emmy Clark now. Runners at second and third, one down. The right fielder steps in, down by one now. First pitch swing at shortstop side of Spadia's got it, goes to third. In time double play, and the Red Bats get out of it. Another double play, back-to-back frames with one indeed. We go to the top of the second. Espadia goes 6-5. She lined out into the double play 6-4 the last time, and that'll end it here. Two hits, no errors. One runner does come in. They do leave one stranded. We go to the top of the second inning. 2-1 now your score. Bandits do get one back. Red Bats still lead her early in this one. Eight, 9, and 1 will come up next for the Red Bats. And Simon's going to try and work a second frame here from Janet Tate Stadium in Northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. Been watching Sim City Collegiate League softball. Game 2 here of day 19. We'll be right back after this quick break. Val Pedersen's going to come up to hit. Top of the second inning we go. 2-1 now your score. Bandits do respond with one, but the Red Bats still lead here as 8, 9, and 1 come up. Right fielder Val Pedersen, who got the start yesterday, she went the complete game for the Red Bats in their walk-off loss to this Bandit squad. She went 6 2/3, could not get out number 3. Olivia Treese drove in the 2-run double to win it. She'll now get her first hacks of the day here and see the first one high for 1-0. Val Pedersen, who has quietly had some very good starts here in the back half of the year. She kept the Smokies to only 1 run her last time against them. She'll foul this one off to make it 1-1. She had a very solid outing yesterday up until that 7th inning where Olivia Thornton just went deep to left to bring in 2. She gets 2 outs, but the Bandits just chip away, and Treese able to line one to left center. She has thrown the second most amount of innings this season and has the second most strikeouts at 50. on the outer half. A strike, 1-2. 50 strikeouts, 56 innings of work for Pedersen. Steps in now as a hitter in the right field today. 1-2 bounce to the dirt, now 2-2. As for Emma Simon here on the mound, going for her second inning of work now here today. 27 2/3 for her now on the year. Entering in on this contest. The 1-2. Guys, this one right center field. This ball's going to get down and roll all the way to the wall. We'll see if Pedersen tries to turn it into 2. She will. Throw comes in quickly. Pedersen makes it in on a foot. Last second there. Did not realize the throw was coming in quickly. She will get in safely. Runner at second. Nobody out. A little hand on the heart there if you're Mel Pedersen. He thought it was a guaranteed double. Blaylock got to it quickly. Throw came in fast. She's able to make it standing, thankfully for her sake. Runner at second, nobody out, and it brings up Abby Walker. Skies it foul, 0-1. Now today's center fielder, who started off and right previously, a chance here. The runner in scoring position to get this Red Bat squad back to a 2-run lead, possibly. It's it softly right field. Gets down in front of Clark base knock. Pedersen's going to hold up a third. Throw came in quickly to first, not in time. Runners at the corners, still nobody out. He's just hit softly enough where Clark had a chance to try and throw out Walker. Unfortunately for her, she's fast enough to make it there in time. And now runners at the corners for Emily Farrell, already a base knock for her today. First pitch to Farrell, bounces the dirt. One hopper to Jacobs, allows for Walker to steal second standing. Now second and third, still nobody out. 1-0 now the count as Walker gets in on a standing steal. Farrell already a single to left her first time. Now chops this shortstop side. Stanley going to go to first with it. The run will score. RBI for Farrell. 3-1 now your score. The runner advances. Pedersen comes in. Walker now to third. KK Hagan, who reached on Walker last time, now tied for the league lead in walks with 10. Hits it right back to the mound. Simon checked the runner at third. She's going to try and score anyway. Throw to first is in time. Scoring comes Walker on a head first slide. 4-1 now you're scoring 2 away. So Walker comes in with another RBI ground out this time, and now it brings up Espadia 0 for 1 with the line out her last time up. Yeah, just shy of 1,000 OPS. This one down the dirt makes it 1-0. Lined out short her last time, which got Emily Farrow doubled up at second. 895 OPS for her, 340 average, a 377 on base percentage. 19 RBIs for her, just sits behind Callie Lauder. 19 hits, 14 runs, 4 doubles, and 2 homers. She'll hit this one shortstop side. Stanley's got it, throws the first in time. That'll end the inning. 2 runs do come in. 2 hits, no errors. 2 runs come in. 4-1 now your score. The Red Bats have found 4 here to start early. It's what we've seen a lot of the time. Can they see if they can add on later on in this ball game? Can they keep the Bandits offense down? They found 1 back in the first. Can Emily Farrell lock in here for the second frame? She'll face Stanley, Marisi, and Dan, 6, 7, and 8 here in just a moment from Janet Tate Stadium in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching softball here on day 19, game 2. We're back. Bottom of the second inning we go. 4-1 now your score. Red Bats tack on 2 more here in the second frame as Stanley, Maurice, and Dan will come up for the first time here against Emily Farrow. First pitch to the shortstop, taps it. Second base side. Hagen on a hop. Got to be quick with it. Throw to first in time. 1 down. First pitch swinging. Hagen had to be quick with it as Stanley was racing down the line. She's just able to shovel it to the Lauder, who caught a snow cone grab at first. And now it brings up Julia Marisi. Now the newest commit to Kennesaw State, facing her soon-to-be teammate at Kennesaw, and Emily Farrow. Both committed to school in North Atlanta. This one's high and away for ball 1. Farrow, of course, pitcher-outfielder combo, 36 in a third inning of work for her. This one taken for a strike, makes it 1-1. She has, at the moment, with one team, the 4th most amount of innings out of anybody. In total, she's 5th, just behind Robbie Van. She's hit 4th in ERA this season. This one down and in, a ball makes it 2-1. 4th in ERA. She also has 24 strikeouts to her name. She's 7th this season. Fouls this one off now 2-2 to her soon-to-be Kennesaw State teammate. One out, 2-2 now the count for the second baseman. Former Georgia Tech product to the plate. Skies it, right-hand side. DeLauder and Cantrell racing. Cantrell sliding on her knees, couldn't hang on. Tried to make the grab, just couldn't hang on to it. Got a piece, but could not keep it. Needs to give it an extra life. A middle infielder combo, primarily short or second baseman for this Bandit squad. Sees the 2-2. Hits it softly, second base side. Hagen quickly with it now. The first in time, 2 down. Now it brings up Avery Dance. She had a solo shot to right center her last game against this Red Bat squad. It got them on the board to start. Back in the 3rd inning in yesterday's matchup. Second home run of the year. The first one came on the very first pitch that she saw this season, and she'll swing on and miss to make it 0-1 with a grand slam in her first at-bat of the year. She homers again for the second time, this one to right center in yesterday's matchup. She'll face Farrow now for the first time today. High in the zone, 1-1 to the first baseman. Brantley Brewing would come up next, given the chance. Farrow trying to work a clean second. She's done back-to-back groundouts to Hagen in second. Stays outside with it, 2-1. Farrow continues to work here, the Georgia Highlands College product, the JUCO member, who started her collegiate career with Troy, did not use any years of eligibility there. This one inside, a ball 3-1. Since last season at Georgia Highlands College as a two-way player, she'll make her way to Kennesaw State this next season alongside Marisi. The 3-1. Fouls it off, now 3-2. Red Bats now lead 4-1. 2 runs come in the top half of the second inning. And trying to get this inning alive here for the Red Bats with 2 outs. 3-2 stays with her. She walks her. Runner on with her 2 outs. Brings up Brantley Brewing. Runner on with 2 down now after the walk from Farrow. First walk or second walk she's allowed here now today. She walked Fowler to start as we'll now have a courtesy runner. It'll be Stanley in now for Dance. With speed now once again here for this Bandit squad. Brewing will get her first hacks here now in the morning. First pitch to her, down and away for a strike, 0-1. Closer to noon here on this Eastern time. Coverage still overhead, but we've seen some nice sun here today. Days in the other half, called a strike, 0-2. Supposed to see rain until later today. Typical Chattanooga summer. Sunny mornings, a little bit of rain showers in the afternoon, and then by the evening it's clear. I'll repeat it again tomorrow. 0-2 swung on and missed, strike 3. And that'll end the second frame. First strikeout for Farrow. Go the top of the third. No hits, no errors. One runner does get left stranded after the walk. It'll bring up 4, 5, and 6 for the Red Bats. They lead 4-1 here through 2. We go to the top half of the third frame. And Assignment's going to try and work another frame here in just a moment from Janet Tate Stadium in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching Day 19, Game 2 of the Scenic City Collegiate League season. We'll be back in just a moment. Top of the third inning. Four to one now your score. Top of the third, we will go. Bandits down to the Red Bats here through 2. Callie DeLauder, a 2-run shot already today that almost found that far tree in center her last time up. 9 homers on the season, 1 away from double digits. This one will get thrown behind her for 1-0. Is that a message being thrown? DeLauder's 9th homer of the season, 2-run shot to center her last time up. Now 25 RBIs on the herd, puts her at its full possession for second. This one comes in and gets her this time. It'll be a walk now for a hit by pitch to DeLauder. And I promise there's no real intention behind that one. Simon now trying to work this third frame. She'll hit DeLauder. And now it brings up Callie Branham, who lifted one to center her last time up. Second time for her today. The first pitch for a strike, 0-1. Third baseman Branham as DeLauder gets on for the second time today. 405 average for her, 1028 OPS. This one stays in the dirt now 1-1. Starting the year in around a 200 average, she is now second on the team with a 405 on the year, 409 on base percentage. 9 runs, 10 RBI, 3 doubles, 2 homers for her. She has walked a single time. Big swing and a miss, now 1-2. However, at the same time, she also has at this point 17 hits. That is the 4th most on the team. 1028, 4th on the team in OPS. The 1-2. Chops it foul, stays alive. Single for her already today. She got stranded at third, though, her last time up. She's been one of the hottest hitters to start here in the month of July alongside Ava Barnes. Yesterday went 3 for 3 with a walk and went 1 for 1 today with a walk and a double. Branham also had an RBI in yesterday's game. Runner at first. The 1-2, hits it third base side. Brewing goes to second with it, one there. Throw to first. It's not in time. Throw was a bang-bang play at first. I thought she got her. Not going to be the case. A fielder's choice. Runner still on with 1 away. Around the horn double play. Instead, it now brings up Delana Brown, a single for her last time up. First pitch swinging, skies at shallow right field. Gets there in time. Marisi throw to first, not in time. Branham made it back as the throw got away from Dans. 2 down. Almost turned it into a double play. That one was just there. Just could not hang on to it with Dans. And now Cantrell comes up with 2 out. Cantrell with an RBI this season. Hits this hard down the right field line. Foul. 0-1 for the catcher. She'll get her first swings here against Simon once more. She grounded out to short her last time. runs for her this season. Does have a home run to her name. Skies this one deep out the right center field, or out on the right field line. Picked off by the likes of Clark. That'll end the inning. No hits, no errors. One runner does get left stranded. We will go to the bottom of the third. 4-1 still your score. Red Bats lead over the Bandits here through the top of 3. Bandits looking to respond here after being held scoreless in that second frame. It'll be the bottom of the lineup. 10, 11, and 12 coming up next. Van, Thomas, and Simon. See what they can do here now with Emily Farrell going to try and work another frame here in just a sec. Janet Tate Stadium in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. Red Bats lead over the Bandits 4-1. We go to the bottom half of the frame. Day 19 of the Scenic City Collegiate League season. The game 2. We'll be back in just a sec. Bottom of the third inning we go. 4-1 your score. Red Bats lead over this Bandit squad here. Go to the bottom half of the frame. Robbie Van, Cara Thomas, and Mazimek going to come up now and try and hit here against Emily Farrell for the first time here this morning, or I should say now officially this afternoon for about 5 minutes past noon. As Robbie Van will first pitch swing. Skies at foul ground right-hand side. Going to allow the second baseman Hagen to make the play for out number 1. So Hagen, who is stepping into second base for the first time today, has already gotten a lot of action. She had 2 groundouts back in that second frame. She'll run this one down in foul ground for out number 1. And now Cara Thomas will get her first tax here with 1 down. First pitch swinging goes down 0-1. Thomas, the usual third baseman, the DP here today, back with this Bandit squad. 0-1 from Farrow. Skies it. To the plate, Terrian. Now Delauder racing in down the line. I want to make the grab, 2 down. 3 pitches needed for 2 outs. And now it brings up Emma Simon, the pitcher. 31 pitches needed for those first 2 frames. Now it brings up Simon, the Bryant College product, to the plate. First pitch to her is down to the dirt, makes it 1-0. Tessa Jacobs would come up next. That'll be the last batter in this Bandits lineup before they go back to the top. Simon now trying to see if she can keep this inning extended. Big swing and a miss, now 1-1. Primarily pitcher, also a little bit of first base experience as well. 2 outs, 1-1 the count. Next pitch from Farrow. Fouls it off the end of the bat, 1-2. Red Bats lead 4-1 here as the sun gets underneath the cloud coverage once more. You can see some of it kind of overhead. A little bit patchy with where it's at. Wind still blowing from right to left. It kind of knocked away a grand slam from Riley Patrick earlier this morning. As this one stays way up in it, now 2-2. Looking to pull one. Make sure you hit it towards left center and not just down the left field line. It's going to hook foul. 2-2. Down and in. Call the ball. Works it full. Jacobs waits in the on-deck circles. Ima trying to get on with 2 away. Dance did it with a walk in that second frame. They're trying to see if she can make it a quick 1-2-3. 3-2. Can't get her to chase. Ball 4. Runner on with 2 down once again. Second inning in a row, a 2-out walk. And now Tessa Jacobs with a chance here with a runner on. So now the usual Smokies catcher stepping in with this Bandit squad once again. She'll get her first tax here as the top of the order will come up next. Courtesy runner now for the pitcher. Zyman will step off for Emmy Clark. Infield here in the bottom of the third. 2 down, runner at first. 4-1 your score. Red Bats still lead. Jacobs now comes up for her first tax of the day against Farrow. First pitch is a strike, 0-1. Played earlier in the day with the Smokies against that Brain squad. In that matchup. Ooh, out and double. This one hit foul. Oh, out 0-2. Off the left her first time and doubled and came around to score back at the top of the seventh in that Smokies v. Red Bats lineup. But now she steps in with the Bandits. 0-2 the count against her. Runner at first in Simon. Now Clark steps in for her. The 0-2. Hits it hard. Shortstop side into left center field. It gets down. Base knock. Here comes Clark into third. Brown comes quickly with the throw. Into second goes Jacobs. Second and third. 2 down. And now Christian Fowler with a chance to respond for this Bandit squad. Second and third now, 2 down, and Fowler, who reached on a walk and scored back in that first inning on the ground out, or excuse me, the single, I should say, to Yates. I don't know where I got those numbers from. This one fouled off, makes it 0-1. So Fowler, who's the team leader in darn near every category as well, if it wasn't for the fact that there'll be a Thornton here, but in terms of qualified hitters, on the season, third in batting average, a 488 for her. Make this one a strike, now 0-2. Already a walk for her today. Fourth in on base percentage, a 432 or 532 for her. Fifth in OPS with a 1346. This one a tad too far, 1-2, and will be called strike 3. And that'll end the inning. Wasn't even really a signal from the home plate umpire. It's called strike 3. We go to the top of the fourth. Usually you see those animated signs, nothing from home plate. We go to the top of the fourth. So 2 runners get left stranded, 1 hit, no errors. No one able to come in. Fowler goes down looking. Second strikeout for Farrow today. And it'll bring up now the Red Bats, 8-9-1. Pedersen, Walker, and Farrow. We go to the top of the fourth. Couple changes defensively here for the Bandits. We'll get to those here in just a moment when we come back here at Janet Tate Stadium, Northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. We're watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. Day 19, Game 2. Bandits and Red Bats to battle it out. Red Bats leading here early in this one. We'll be back in just a moment. Top of the fourth inning we go. 4-1 your score. Red Bats lead over this Bandit squad. 8-9-10 or 8-9-1 will come up now. They'll face a new pitcher. Robbie Van will go to work here now. She'll step in for Emma Simon as she goes the first 3. As the first pitch now is taken down the dirt for ball 1. So Robbie Van coming in for yet another outing as she started the ball game for the Rain earlier today. She gave up 5 runs in that contest and was unfortunately tagged for loss in the 11-0 loss in that matchup. She had a decent outing, though. Only gave up 6 hits. This one swung on and missed, 1-1. Pedersen already doubled and scored a run back in the second frame. So look to see what she can do here now in her second at-bat. Van for the first time here today. 207 average for her now on the year. Hits it hard. Shortstop side into left field. Another base knock for Val Pedersen. Runner on with nobody out and a leadoff single again. Henderson with another knock, adding on to that 668 or OPS, her 7th hit of the year. And now Corson get a courtesy run here for Pedersen. So now Walker steps in, a single for her last time up in a stolen base. She came around to score as well, so we'll try and bunt it, foul. So now Abby Walker steps in for the second time today, already a hit for her in this matchup. One scored and a stolen base once again for the Chat State product. Now with a runner on and nobody out once again. Takes it high, runner goes. Corson trying to get in his second. Throw was there, not in time. Stolen base from Allie Corson. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. I think Maurice, the shortstop, dropped it with a couple defensive changes as well for this Bandit squad. Maurice now at short, Fowler at second. Thomas now moved into third. Allstate's way inside as Walker was going to lay down a bunt, 2-1. Corson dancing now here at second. Thornton now in at center. Stanley moves from short to left. Yates now in right. Dale stays the same. Now hits softly center field. Gets down into the base center. Now here comes Corson. Runner's going to stay, though, at third as Thornton runs all the way in from center field to keep the runners staying. Back-to-back base knock for Walker. Runners at the corner. Still nobody out for Emily Farrow, who grounded out and brought home Pedersen her last time. Farrow now comes in, 400 on base percentage for her. 6 RBIs on the season, 4 doubles. This one down and in. Throw goes down to third, almost takes off the head of Corson and ends up in left field. Hailster comes to score. Walker gets into second base with a stolen bag already. 5-1 now your score. As Jacobs tries to check the runner, almost took off the head of Corson. Thomas couldn't pick it up as she was in the essentially lane of the throw, so it will be an error. This one's fouled off, makes it 1-1. Stolen base for Walker, essentially an error down the line, allows for Corson in for Pedersen to score. 5-1 we sit. Now Farrow fouls this one off, 1-2. 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out today. Four doubles on the year, 2 home runs. Walked more than she has struck out. This one catches her right on the noggin. It'll be a hit by pitch as that catches the top of her helmet, just a glancing blow, so she's okay, it looks like. And now second and first, still nobody out. Hagen steps in. First pitch outside, ball 1. Hagen 0 for 1, a ground out, and a walk for her. A run scored and an RBI already today. She's yet to get a hit. It's high, now 2-0. Bobby Mann now trying to work through this fourth frame here. Comes in for Emma Simon, has now allowed a walk. Or excuse me, has allowed 2 singles and a hit by pitch. Take this one for a strike, now 2-1. Runs already come in, and Pedersen, as Corson took over for her on the base pass. Walker now at second, Farrow at first. The 2-1. Comes in, almost catches Hagen, now 3-1. She's looking to see if she can maybe take the walk lead this season. She has 10 on the year, tied with Abby Lozer. One more would give her sole possession of first. The 3-1. Skies this one instead. Deep at the left center field. To the wall. Gone! KK Hagen goes deep to left center. Second home run of the year. 8-1 now your score. Just got one enough on the outer part of the plate to just drive it out to left center. Just snuck it over the left center field wall. And as soon as I said, hey, she doesn't have a hit just yet, she proves me wrong and goes deep with it instead. Second home run of the game for the Red Bats. 8-1 now your score. Brings up Espadia 0 for 2. First pitch to her, out and away. First strike, 0-1. He was grounded out and lined out to short. Khaled Alauder would come up next to hit by pitch to her last time. Next pitch swung on and missed, 0-2. Then now just trying to record out number 1. After back-to-back singles, a hit by pitch, and now a home run. 4 have already come in. Ben has only thrown 18 pitches. Guys, this one deep out to left center field. Thornton to the wall. Overhead, it's gone! Back-to-back homers! Third homer of the year for Espadia. 9-1 now your score. Back-to-back homers for the Red Bats. After a 2-homer game where her lone 2 home runs that season, this one just inches over the wall again, and Robbie Van frustrated. 5 have come in. Still nobody out, and it's Khaled Alauder's turn. Already a 2-run homer for her today. This one stays outside, 1-0. Media with her 3rd home run of the season. RBI number 20. This one outside, now 2-0. Media with hit number 20, RBI number 20, home run number 3. One outside once again. They will not try and challenge the Alauder here. He's already gone deep to center today. The 3-0. Walks her. Runner on with nobody out. 3rd time today, the Alauder has reached 9th walk for her. Now tied with KK, or now tied or just behind KK Hagan for 3rd in walks, and Callie Branham, who has reached twice today, once on a fielder's choice and once on a single, fouls off the first pitch, 0-1. 9-1 now your score. 3-run shot from Hagan and a solo home run from Espadia. Now Branham trying to see if she can add in. Runner at first, still nobody out as Robbie Van just trying to get out of this inning. Skies it up to the mound. Van off for a glove. That's in fair territory. That's going to be a hit as that ball gets into foul ground. Khaled Alauder gets into second base standing, trying to make the basket grab. Second and first, still nobody out. Van calls off the first baseman dance, try to make the grab in fair territory. That is a fair ball. And now runners on for Delana Brown. Single a line out for her today. Still nobody out. First pitch, swinging skies it deep out the left center field. Thornton's going to call it off and make the grab out number 1. And now it's Savannah Contrell's turn. Flew out the right her last time up. 5 runs have come in. Robbie Van was finally able to get out number 1. First pitch stays down in the zone, 1-0 now. Robbie Van, who's actually had a very strong season so far. Give up 5 runs in that showing with the rain earlier. She's given up 5 now to the Red Bats in one frame, though. Big swing and a miss makes it 1-1. Now just trying to settle in after getting out number 1 here. The Alauder at second, Branham at first. 1-1 to the tall catcher, Cantrell. Down and in, 2-1. And who comes in for Zymet. 4 runs through his first 3. Now 5 have come in for the Red Bats. Hits it shortstop side into left field, a base knock. Bases will now be loaded. First hit for Cantrell here on the afternoon. Still 1 out. And Val Pedersen comes up for the 3rd time today. 2nd time this inning. She's already 2 for 2 with a single and a double. Entered in a 207 hitter with a 324 on base percentage. Just shy of a 670 OPS. Guys, this one foul, 0-1. 2 doubles on the season for her now. She does have a home run this season. Now looking to see what she can do with the bases loaded and still only 1 out. Take this one. It's going to be a called strike, 0-2. Walker would come up next, already a single in a frame, a stolen base, and a run scored as well. She came home on the Hagen home run. The 0-2 stays high, can't get her to offer. Got her Sienna U product with her Sienna U teammate at third, Branham at second, Cantrell at first. It's his hard third base side, goes off the glove of Thomas. That's a fair ball, comes home with it, not in time. Thomas tries to come home with the play to cut down DeLauder, and instead goes too far up the first base line. It allows for her to reach. An error will bring home the run. And now Caroline Reed will move in for her catcher. So Pedersen reaches for the third time today. Now Abby Walker comes up once again for the second time this inning. Still only 1 out. Third base line. Is that a fair ball? It is. They're going to call it fair. Runner out at third. The run will score 11-1, but they do get the out at third, so a fielder's choice. Branham scores, and now top the order once again. Farrow skies it, second base side. The new second baseman Fowler underneath it gets out of the inning finally as 7 runs come in. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 2 runners do get left stranded, but 7 come in. 11-1 now your score. We'll be right back after this quick break from Janet Tate Stadium in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. Bandits coming up here in just a moment for the bottom of the 4th, 11-1 here on day 19, game 2. We'll be back in just a sec. Bottom of the 4th inning we go. 11-1 now your score. 7 come in for the Red Bat. Coach Santiago mentioned before, this team was not happy with how they lost yesterday's matchup as Blaylock will foul this one off 0-1. They come out swinging here today. They find 7 faced off against Robbie Van in that top of the 4th. They now lead by double digits here. As it'll be 2, 3, and 4 coming up for this Bandit squad. Good part of the lineup here in Blaylock, Yates, and Thornton. Blaylock with an unconventional single her last time where she bunted it over the head of Branham, who charged on a bunt and was able to just get it over her head and over the third base back for a hit. She got cut down on a double play her last time up at third. This one fouled off 0-2. Scotty Daisy Trojan steps in now for the second time here today in Chattanooga State. .333 hitter this season, .422 on base percentage, season high 1 and 2. Soft slap hitting style hitter. .781 OPS for her this season. Only 1 RBI. Does have 5 runs. She'll tap this one down the third base line. That's a fair ball. Branham's gonna field it and overthrow DeLauder. Here goes Blaylock into second. She'll get in standing as the throw comes in quickly. Runner on with nobody out. She was going to outrun that either way. Branham still fired it across. Runner at second, nobody out. So will be awarded a hit in the throwing error, allowing for Blaylock to get the second. So she'll get her second hit now of the day. First pitch now to Yates with the strike, 0-1. She has singled as well today and brought home Fowler for that first run for the Bandits back in the bottom of the first. Now a chance with Blaylock at second, nobody out. Hits it hard down the line, foul, 0-2. Stolen base last time as well. She was left stranded at second, though, her last time up. Wilmington Broderick steps back up to the plate. 35 hitter fouls this one off again, staying alive. 78 on base percentage. 3 RBIs for her now on the year, 4 runs. Has no extra base hits just so far. Does have 4 stolen bases. Started off the season a little cooler. He's keeping it up now down the stretch. At just the right time. Called strike 3. 1 down. Another strikeout for Farrow. It brings up the dangerous Olivia Thornton. Thornton flew out the foul ground her last time up. Sees this one called a strike, 0-1. The outfielder now at center field. Is committed to the University of South Florida, the Queens U product. Outside this time, now 1-1. Field combo. The only reason she's not in that top 10 ranking in terms of average on base and OPS is just because she's 2 plate appearances short. If she was, she'd be easily top 5 in each category. She'll take a strike to make it 1 and 2. A 588 on base percentage, 567 average, and 1855 OPS. She's one of 2 players with an over 1,500. This one way outside, 2 and 2. She hit an absolute monster shot yesterday to left her last time. 12 runs, 14 RBIs, 6 doubles, 5 home runs on 17 hits. Waits on the off speed and fouls off, stays alive. Even though she doesn't have category in terms of the averages, just because she is 2 plate appearances shy. I'm literally not kidding. She is just too shy of being in there. She would be ranked second in each of those categories and would lead the league now in OPS. She is top 10, though, in doubles and homers. She is tied for third. This one laced out the left center field, gets down base knock. Here comes now Blaylock. She's going to be held up in the corners. Thornton now advances to second. Throw will go down there. She's in safely. Second and third, still 1 out. So Thornton advances on the throw. Blaylock into third. They'll hold her as the throw came in quickly from Abby Walker in center. Runners on with 1 out as another hit for Olivia Thornton. And now it brings up Emmy Clark. First pitch bunt, lays it down the line. Perfect bunt. Thornton was halfway to third. It'll be a base knock to load the bases. No one was covering second, so Thornton was already pretty much at the third base bag, but she's able to scurry back. Base is now loaded on the bunt attempt from Clark, and now it brings up Stanley. So Clark adds on to that 359 average, and now Allison Stanley, who started at short, comes up. The now left fielder. First pitch, swinging. Farrow knocks it down, goes home with it, 1 there. Throw to first, not in time. Bases stay loaded, but now 2 away. Now Thornton advances to third. Clark at second. Great speed here for Julia Marisi, who grounded out to second her last time up. First pitch, swinging, fouls it off, 0-1. Steps in for the second time today. She can do here now already. 6 RBIs on the season. She can drive in 7, maybe 8. Great speed here for this Bandit squad. Down and in now makes it 1-1. Rounded out her last time off facing her Kennesaw State soon-to-be teammate here. Thornton at third, Clark at second. Next pitch taken too far outside, 2-1. Dans would come up next, reached on a walk her last time up. Barrow now just trying to settle in and keep this a 10-run game for this Red Bat squad. They lead. Trying to keep these bases loaded. Hard hit, right center field. This ball's going to get down into the base of the wall. Here come 2 runs to score. Stanley going to get held up at third. She almost blew through the stop sign. A 2-run double. Julia Marisi puts 2 on the board for the Bandits. It's 11-3. Finds that gap in right center field. Brings home 2. Thornton and Clark score. Yates now, or excuse me, Stanley now to third. Brings up Avery Dans, who's already reached once today. Now Dan steps in, 803 OPS for her. He is 4th on the team overall. 237 hitter with an 356 on base percentage for the Cumberland U commit. First pitch down in the zone, makes it for a strike going 1. Silverdale Academy product, the first baseman today, the catcher as well. 2 home runs on the season. Skies this one now out to right field. Mally Corson, the new right fielder, underneath it for out number 3. The Red Bats do strike with 2. They leave 2 stranded. We go to the top half of the 5th inning. 4 hits, 1 error. 2 runners do get left stranded. 2 come in. 11-3 now your score. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Red Bats will come back up to hit. 2, 3, and 4 will step in. Caroline Reed, Gracie Espadia, Callie Lauder. We'll be right back after this quick break as the Bandits head back out to the field. Here from Janet Tate Stadium in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee, you've been watching League Softball. Day 19, Game 2. We'll be back in just a sec. Top of the 4th inning we go. Still no, or excuse me, 11-3 now your score. As Caroline Reed will get her first at-bats here now against Robbie Van. First pitch is down the way, makes it 1-0. So Reed now steps in. She makes a straight-up change with KK Hagan. She'll get her first at-bats now of this ball game after Hagan goes deep to left center. She'll face Robbie Van for the first time and laces down the left field line. Stanley able to make the running grab, 1 away. Ball started to hook on her for a second there down the line. She was underneath it at first and had to chug for it down the line. And now it brings up Espadio, who homered her last time up. First pitch to her is outside, makes it 1-0. So Gracie Espadia with her 3rd home run of the season now comes up once again. 20 RBIs with her 20 hits. 3 homers now on the year. She has struck out 1 time. She has struck out 3 times. This one's taken away again. Now 2-0. She has been hit by a pitch just as many times as she has struck out this season. She's only walked once. She is not the type to go down without at least getting a swing on it. As I say this, lofts it right center field. Yates running in, able to make the grab. 2 down. Full speed makes the grab. Now Callie Lauder steps up 1 for 1 with a 2-run bomb to center, a walk and a hit by pitch. One of two players with an over 500 on-base percentage. This one taking first strike, going one. Robbie Van trying to make this quick second frame of work for her after giving up the 7 in that top of the fourth. The Red Bats introduced her rudely to the ballgame. This one outside, 1-1. Water now at a 1508 on-base or OPS. Fouls this one off. Got a piece of it now, 1-2. 25 RBIs puts her at the second most this season. Her 9 home runs, the league lead. 9 walks puts her at a tie for third. Now has been hit 3 times as well this season. And 1,000 slugging on the dot. This one outside, 2-2. Callie Branham would come up next. She has reached on an error, or a single, and a fielder's choice. The 2-2. Skies this one, deep out the left center field. Back to the wall it goes! Home run number 10! Callie Lauder! 12-3 now your score. Second homer of the game for the Lauder. She's the first to double digits. And she now ties the RBI lead. Homer number 10, 26 RBIs on the season. She now draws herself with Riley Peshek for the lead. Second home run of the game. And it brings up now Callie Branham. Another home run. First to double digits belongs to Callie Lauder. I think that's the first one she's hit the left this year. First strike to Callie Branham is 0-1. So the Lauder goes deep again. Second time today. 26 RBIs for her. Fouls this one off Branham. Now 0-2. Alana Brown will come up next, the left fielder. She is 1 for 3. Branham also technically 1 for 3, but she's made it on base every time, hilariously enough. The 0-2. Hits it hard down the line. Foul into the bullpen. The Lauder now, with 10 home runs, leads the league by 3. 26 RBIs. She is now back to a draw with Riley Peshek. 0-2 stays out and away. Now 1-2. The Lauder, if there was a Silver Slugger Award, she'd be fighting it out right now with Ali Supin. And most likely Olivia Thornton again if she was technically a qualified hitter. The 1-2. Chops it on the off the changeup to Thomas at third. Throw to first in time. That'll end the inning. 1 hit, 1 run, a bomb from Callie Lauder to right. Her 10th home run of the season. 12-3 now your score. We go to the bottom half of the frame. Here from Janet Tate Stadium in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee, you've been watching Scenic City Collegiate League Softball. 9, 10, and 11 coming up for this Bandit squad here in just a moment. Here on day 19, game 2. We'll be back in just a sec. Bottom of the 5th inning we go. 12-3 now your score. Callie Lauder goes again down to deep left. This time she takes herself to 10 home runs on the season. She now finds herself tied with Riley Peshek in the RBI lead. She leads the league first to double digits this season in homers. It'll be now 9, 10, and 11 coming up for this Bandit squad. Brantley Brewing can see the first pitch down low for ball 1. So now the Tennessee Westland product comes to play. Struck out swinging her last time up. 222 hitter with a 263 on base percentage. She does have 2 RBIs this season. Now chops this one right back into center field, a base knock. She'll get on now for the first time today. Single up the middle, puts a runner on with nobody out. 5th hit of the year now for Brewing. Love just going right back up the middle with it and able to do so once again. Now Robbie Van, who flew out in foul ground to the second baseman at the time, Hagan. This one, bunt attempt, fouled it off, 0-1. With good speed here, looking to maybe try and swipe it back if possible. Everybody, it feels like, on this Bandit squad with decent speed already. No stolen bases yet so far for Brewing, but shown to have good wheels. Now Robbie Vance, guys, this one, shallow right field. Corson and Reed. Corson makes the call off for out number 1. Reed was backtracking for it. Corson calls her off. Able to peel away, and now it brings up Thomas, who flew out the foul ground her last time up the first. Lauder came racing down that first base line to make the grab last time. Joe's bunt goes through it for a strike, 0-1. Thomas, utility player, now third baseman. Joe's bunt lays this one foul, 0-2. Diamond would come up next as Reed's going to walk in left stranded her last time up. Thomas with great speed as well if you get her on. She does have an RBI this season. No stolen bases, but this one is swung on and missed. Strike 3, 2 down. Another strikeout for Farrow. That's now 4 on the day. And it brings up Simon with 2 outs and a runner on. I apologize. This is 3 stolen bases for Thomas. Now hit the shortstop Simon. Throws the first in time. They'll get out of the inning after the leadoff single. Leaves Brewing stranded. We go to the top of the 6th. 12-3 now your score. Red Bats still lead over this Bandit squad by 9. 6, 7, and 8 coming up next. Brown, Cantrell, and Corson will come up here in just a moment from Janet Tate Stadium here in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. Bandits will come out for another inning of work here in just a moment. Top of the 6th will go here on day 19 of this 2026 summer game 2. Red Bats still lead over the Bandits here by 9. We'll be right back with this quick break. Top of the 6th inning we go. 12-3 your score. Red Bats still lead by 9 over this Bandit squad. 7, 8, 9 coming up now with a couple changes defensively here for the Bandits, but Robbie Van will fire off strike one now to Brown. Brantley Brewing now steps in at second base. Olivia Thornton now in at short. Thomas still at third. Simon now takes over at first. The outfield will go 5, 3, and 4, a.k.a. Blaylock in left, Clark in center, and Yates in right. Brown fouls off the second pitch to go down 0-2. 1 for 3 on the day, a single and left stranded at second her first time up. She's lined out to second and flown out to center. 0-2. Doesn't offer outside 1 and 2. Cantrell would come up next, a single for her last time. That 1 for 3 on the day so far. The 1-2. Takes it high, will not offer. Now 2-2. It's the NAIA School, Xavier University of Louisiana, the HBCU in the heart of New Orleans. You'll see the 2-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 1 down. And only the first strikeout now for Robbie Van. Another K for her, though, on the season, and now Cantrell will step in. And who entering in on the day. 34 strikeouts in a Bandits uniform, has 14 in the rain, now 35 for her. This one taken for a strike, makes it 0-1. Just shy of that 50 number. Up to 49 on the season overall, if you include her time between the rain and the Bandits. This one outside, 1-1. Now the JUCO World Series winner steps back up to the plate. The tall catcher, first baseman Mick. The Alabama native. See the 1-1. Check swing, she went around, 1-2. And sets. Fires the 1-2. Hits it down the first base side. Simon knocks it down, trying to be quick with it to first in time. 2 down. Got a little hairy there as Cantrell trying to use those long legs to hoof it down the line. And now Mally Corson will get her first swing for the day. She'll step in for Val Pedersen in right. She'll get her first attempt here to hit now. 5th on the team in OPS, just over 1,000 for her. She'll foul off the first pitch, 0-1. Corson steps in, a 10.09 on or OPS is 5.09 on base percentage. She is second on the team in that category. 391 hitter. Puts her at third. To be fourth now on the, no, it is third. Numbers are difficult. Now hits this one down the left field line. Foul, 0-2. Corson on the season. 14 runs, only 5 RBIs, 2 triples, and double for her. She's walked 8 times, has been hit by a pitch 3 times, and is second this season in stolen bases with 15. Taps this one third base side. Thomas can't get there. Still 0-2. She has only been caught on the base path 1 time this season. She's also one of 3 players with multiple triples this year. Second in stolen bases with 15. 4th now in walks. Big swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout number 50 for Robbie Van on the year. And that'll get out of the top of 6th. We go to the bottom half of the frame. Bandits will come back up. 13, 1-2 will step up to the plate. Jacobs, Fowler, and Blaylock. We'll be right back after this quick break. 12-3 your score. Redbacks still lead the Bandits here through the top of 6. We go to the bottom half of the frame. From Janet Tate Stadium in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee, been watching Scenic City Collegiate League Softball. Emily Farrow going to try and work it 6 clean. We'll be right back after this quick break. Bottom of the 6th inning we go. 12-3 your score. Red Bats lead over the Bandits here through the top of 6. Barrow trying to make it 6 now here as she'll fire this one in for Tessa Jacobs to make it 0-1. She has singled and made it into second base, stranded her last time up. And now temporary stand-in catcher essentially for this Bandit squad. So see this one low, still in her Smokies uniform for 1-1. She'll step in once again here with this Bandit squad. We mentioned how Robbie Vance pitched for other teams consistently. Well, Tessa Jacobs has been the consistent backup catcher essentially for any team that's needed one. She's been willing to take the extra time behind the plate. One inside 2-1. Now got a chance here. On the season, 250 hitter in a Bandits team. And she'll take this one now for 2-2. 250 hitter, 575 OPS. 2 RBIs for her this year, a double to her name. She only struck out once. Chops this one off the plate down to third. Branham's got it on a high hop, throws to first, goes over the glove of DeLauder and into right. It'll be, we'll see if an error or a hit for Jacobs, as Branham's throw was going to be a bang-bang play. A high hop to third that she had to try and get there quickly with. And a runner on now with nobody out. So will be labeled as an error. Now it brings up Kristen Fowler, the courtesy runner, now going to step in here for Jacobs, the catcher. So Emmy Clark now going to step in for her, puts good speed back on the base paths, and now Fowler, who struck out looking and is walked today, comes up 0-1. Deep beaters darn near every single category this season. Fowler bunts it off, foul, 0-1. 0-1 so far today. She has 21 hits on the season. She is tied with Logan Curry and Callie DeLauder for 5th. She is one of 9 players with 20 hits this year. She also leads the league in triples. She'll foul this one off her leg, now 0-2. She'll be a little slow with this one. Fowler is the only player with more than 2. She has 4 on the season. Does have a home run to her name. The 0-2. Hits it down the first base line. Over the head of Fowler, or DeLauder. That is a foul ball. It just needed about half a foot to the right of the line. DeLauder tried to reach up and grab it. It just lands foul. Fowler now brought back up the plate. She's tied for 4th this season in stolen bases as well with Curry and Mack with 8. Fouls it off the inside part of the handle, still 0-2. The only thing at this point that Fowler hasn't done is pretty much pitch. She's played the entire infield as well this season. She's played a little bit of outfield as well. She's been behind the plate. You'll see the 0-2 once more. Guys at foul behind us once more. Up on top of our box here, still 0-2. The senior out of UWG, University of West Georgia. Former JUCO product out of Cleveland State. Joe's bunt. The 0-2 once more. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 1 away. Another strikeout for Emily Farrow. 5 on the day now for her, and it brings up Lily Blaylock with 2 hits already. She's been cut down each time, though, trying to score. Lays down a bunt again. This one foul, 0-1. First time she came up, she did that unconventional little pop bunt over the head of Branham, who was charging. It just got over her head and rolled down the line. She then put one down that third base line and was able to get on as the throw over through DeLauder after she had already made it on. Now to third again. Branham goes to first with it. In time. The runner will be out this time. Now runner goes to second with 2 down. Blaylock racing down the line. She won't get it this time. Clark now into second, and now it brings up Addie Yates for 1 for 2 with a strikeout looking and a single. And now UNC Wilmington product with UNC Greensboro member at second. Thornton would come up next. First pitch to her, taken down, will be ball one. Gates now 270 OPS or on base percentage, excuse me, for her this season. Not an OPS, it's much higher than that. Takes this one out her half for a strike, 1-1. 200 average for her now on the year. 29 on the season for her. Four runs, 3 RBIs. 4 stolen bases. She's been caught once on the base pass. Drive this one. Foul. Now 1-2. Originally left fielder, now right fielder for this Bandit squad. That trio of numbers 3, 4, and 5 of Laylock, Gates, and Clark all playing those outfield positions. And then a lone double-digit member in Olivia Thornton is this one outside. Meets a tune wearing number 10, who also plays the outfield. You could also throw in Robbie Van as well, who occasionally plays in a right. She wears 13, but primarily that 3, 4, and 5 that control the outfield for the Bandits. Now down the third base line. Branham knocks it down. Will not go with a throw. She got Clark in a rundown now. Reed goes to third with it. Rundown now. Here is Branham. Gonna be able to miss the tag. Throw comes back to Lauder. Dropped it. Second and first, still 2 down. Branham couldn't get the tag at first. The Lauder tried to apply it. It comes out of her glove, and Clark able to get enough of a run down in to keep herself on. So Branham fumbled with it at first at third, was able to get Clark to take enough strides to get her into a rundown, and then the tag could not get applied. So Yates reaches on what's essentially a fielder's choice, as this one's taken down away for ball one. As the rundown allows for Clark, who's now going to come off for Fowler. So a different courtesy runner now steps in. As Yates will reach here, and now second and first, 2 outs. Next one down and in makes it 2-0. Thornton has singled and flown out to third her 2 times up. She came around and scored on the Marisi double. The 2-0. Hits it hard, shortstop side into left field, another base knock. Here comes Fowler around to score. Brown will throw it into second. Back in goes Yates. 12-4 now your score. Thornton with another base knock. Second hit of the day for her. And now it brings up Emmy Clark, a single and a double play line out, her 2 times up. Thornton with yet another RBI. That is RBI number 15 for her now. Hit number 19 on the season. For someone who technically doesn't have a qualified amount of plate appearances, again, he's probably been one of the best hitters this season. But now it's Emmy Clark's turn. Yates at second, Thornton at first. First pitch from Farrow down in the zone makes it 1-0. Clark, who started in right now in center field, she came around and scored as well on the double from Marisi. He lined out to double play at first, or scored her last time up in the first inning. This one taken for a strike, 1-1. The speed here still on the base pass for the Bandits. It's been their primary weapon this season. 1-1. For the outer half, too far, 2-1. Throw goes down to second. Back in goes Yates, though, as the ball was cut off by Reed. UNC Greensboro product looking to see what she can do here. Our third on the team in OPS. Take this one just a tad too high, 3-1. 869 for her on the season, a 419 on base percentage. Like Thornton and Fowler in that number as well. Takes this one. Called ball 4. Base is now loaded. Still 2 outs. And it brings up Allison Stanley. So Stanley technically 0 for 2 on the day. She did reach on a fielder's choice her last time and it's grounded out to second. She grounded back to the mound her last time up. First pitch swing and drives it deep out the right center field to the wall. It'll bounce all the way in. Here comes at least 2 runs. Throw comes in quickly. Here comes Clark. She's going to score standing. 3 come in. A bases clearing double for Allison Stanley. And now it's 12-7. And now it's Marisi who already has a double today. Bases clearing double for Stanley. And now Julia Marisi facing her Kennesaw State commit teammate. First pitch fouls it off 0-1. Marisi now steps in. Clark brings in RBIs number 4, 5, and 6 for herself. Her fourth double, or excuse me, that's Stanley. That was one who did that one. This one taken for a strike. Now 0-2. Clark came in to score, I should say, but for Stanley, those are RBIs 4, 5, and 6. Number 2, that is her third double on the year. This one taken away, now 1-2. Now a 5-run deficit for the Bandits. Trying to bring this one back. They've been the team that mostly found their runs in the back half of the game. Red Bats have been the team to strike early. And now hits this one down the third baseline, foul. So it's been kind of the tales of two different squads. The Red Bats, a team that have struck early and often, and then have a tendency to slow it down for the back half of the game. The Bandits, a team that struggled the first time through the lineup, it feels like, and then really strikes in the back half of ball games. They did it yesterday when they came back and won it in the bottom of the 7th. This one taken called strike 3, and that'll end the inning. They do leave one at second, but 4 come in. 12-7 now your score. The Bandits bring it within 5. We go to the top of the 7th inning. 9-1-2 will come up now for the Red Bats. They'll find a way to see if they can try and tack on some insurance here. The Bandits are threatening. We'll be right back after this quick break. Robbie Vance going to try and work another frame here from the top of the 7th inning at Janet Tate Stadium, Northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching Kansas City Collegiate League Softball here on day 19, game 2. We'll be back in just a moment. Top of the 7th inning we go. 12-7. Now your score. Bandits have brought it within 5 now. It'll be Abby Walker going to work here now for this Red Bats squad. She's already 2 for 2 on the day with 2 singles and a stolen base for herself. She'll come up now for a third time as it'll be 9-1-2 step into the plate. First pitch, check swung on, called a strike, going 1. So Walker will face now Robbie Van for the second time. A single, a stolen base, and a run scored. She did that her first time as well. This one taken on the outer half for a strike as well, 0-2. Now, Abby Walker, she can do here now to lead us off the top of 7th, maybe tack on 1 or 2 for this Red Pat squad. Now they only lead by 5, taken too high, does not offer 1-2. Outfielder made of Shelby Buffington of that Smoky Mountain Range squad as well, steps in. Takes this one a tad too far outside, 2-2. Primary outfielder now for the Signal Mountain Lady Eagle, previously the Rising Junior. Hits this one down to the third base side. Thornton's got it. Overthrow to first in time. 1 away. Thornton with that overhead throw. You can tell she's an outfielder playing the infield here. 1 down here in the top of the 7th. It brings up now Emily Farrell for a 5th time today. She Flew out to second her last time, has been hit by a pitch, and now lays to the missile to second. Brewing's got it 2 down. And now it brings up Caroline Reed. So Reed now steps in for the second time today. She flew out the left her last time up. First pitch stays with her, makes it 1-0. Reed now, the second baseman who stepped in for Hagen back in the bottom of the fourth inning, comes in now. 1-0. Takes it high, now 2-0. EIA product steps to the plate now. Nobody on, 2 down. Next pitch from Robbie Van. Outside once more, makes it 3-0. And the rising sophomore from Truett McConnell. Georgia native, the former Little Creek Colt. Take this one for a strike, 3-1. No green light for Caroline Reed. Gracie Spady would come up next. She is 1 for 4 with a solo shot to center. Reed trying to see if she can bring her up here with 2 down and nobody on. The 3-1. Hits it softly out of play. Foul, 3-2. Robbie Van trying to make this a clean inning. She got 2 strikeouts and a ground out in the 6th. She gave up 7 in that 4th inning. Rooted her introduction from the Redback, but now sees this one high. Ball 4. Reed on for the first time today. Runner on with 2 down. And now it brings up Espadia. Flew out the right her last time up. A solo shot to center already today. Khaled Lauder waits in the on-deck circle already 2 for 2 with a hit by pitch, a walk, and 2 sets of homers. And this one seen out away 1-0. A 2-run shot and a solo home run for Lauder puts her at a tie for the league lead in a tie for the league lead in RBIs with 26. She leads the league in homers with 10. But Spadia now sees this one down and in. 3 homers for her now on the year. 20 RBIs to go with her 20-odd hits. Georgia Highlands College product, the rising sophomore. Headed off UAB next season. The 2-0. Takes it high. 3-0. Trying to get this 2-out Lightning rolling. Runner at first, 2 down. 3-0, skies it foul. Makes it now 3-1. She will get greenlit this time. Norcross, Georgia native, the former Greater Atlanta Christian Spartan. Past season had 100 at-bats. She walked 3 times and struck out 6 times. Again, the type to swing it one way or another. She'll do it again, deep to center field. This ball just comes up short of the wall, and that will end the inning. Put a charge into it. It comes up just short. No hits, no errors. 1 runner does get left stranded. 12-7, still your score. We go to the bottom half. The Bandits have magic in them again. They did it yesterday. They've walked off the Red Bats twice this season. Can they do it again back-to-back days? We'll find out. 8, 9, and 10 coming up. Dan Brantley Brewing and Robbie Van will step up. We'll be right back at this quick break as Emily Farrell going to try and make it the complete 7. See if you can here in just a moment from Janet Tate Stadium in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. Been watching Phoenix City Collegiate League softball. Day 19, the game 2. We'll be right back after this quick break. Red Bats beating the Bandits 12-7. Bottom of the 7th inning we go. 12-7 now your score. Red Bats still lead over the Bandits, but now only by 5. Avery Dance will take a big hack at the first pitch to go down 0-1. The Bandits down to their final frame chance here Dan's 0 for 1 with a walk and a fly out to right. It'll be Dan's, Robbie Van, Brantley Brewing. Excuse me, it'll be Dan's Brewing Van to come up here now with this one's fouled up and out of play 0-2. Brewing already a base knock here today. Robbie Van has thrown out her 2 times. Dan's now trying to get on for the 2nd time here today for the Silverdale Academy product. NAIA commit to Cumberland U. Takes it high, does not offer 1 and 2. He homered in yesterday's game for the 2nd time this season. 2 here. 1-2. Takes it high again. 2 and 2. Silverdale Academy Seahawks steps back in. He's the 2-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 1 down. Another strikeout for Farrow. 6th on the day for her now. Now it brings up Brewing for the 3rd time today. So going down. Westwood product steps in for the 1st time. This one outside will make you want to know. Single for her, left stranded at first. Her last time up, a strikeout swinging the 1st time she came up with the rising sophomore. Hickson native playing at her old stomping grounds at Janet Tate Stadium. This one outside, now 2-0. Former Hickson Wildcat. 28 games this past season. 2-0. Outside once more, 3-0. Farrow now just trying to work through this final frame. Over 115 pitches thrown from her now. Santiago going to let her go and work through this final inning as she can here. 3-0 to Brewing. Walks her, runner on with 1 down. Now it brings up Robbie Van 0 for 2. So now Van steps in, the former JUCO product, now at Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College, the NAIA school from Camilla, Georgia. Skies the first pitch she sees how to play 0-1. Former JUCO member out of Georgia Military College and Coastal Alabama Community College. The rising senior, primarily a PO at the college level. She swung the bat fairly well this season for the Bandits, and now skies this one down the left field line. Brown racing, cannot get there, 0-2. Former Westwood Wildcat here at the plate now. The former Choo-Choo last season, now with this Bandit squad alongside her teammate and Christian Fowler. 277 hitter this season. Hits us off the inside part of the bat. Brandon foul grounds got it. 2 away. Here Thomas. Possibly the last lifeline for the Bandits here. Down to their final out. Runner at first, 2 down. First pitch hits it softly. Left center field. Over the head of Espadia. Gets down. Base knock. Runners at 2nd and 1st. Still 2 outs. First of the day for Thomas, and now Emma Zimet, who has walked and grounded out the short today, comes up for the 2nd or the 3rd time. Now the Bryan College product with a chance here. Runners on, 2 down. 12-7 your score. Bandits have a lot to do to make it happen, but they did it yesterday. Now it's Zimet out the left center field. That ball gets down. Here comes Brewing. She'll score. Thomas into 3rd. Zimet breaks for 2nd. She'll get in standing. And oh boy, we just said it. 12-8 now your score. Zimet's first hit of the day, a single to left. She gets to 2nd on the throw. Thomas heads into 3rd. Brewing all the way around to score. And now Tessa Jacobs comes up. First pitch from Emily Farrow. Down in the dirt, ball 1. So now the Sanford U commit. 1 for 2 with a single and reached on an error her last time. She came around and scored back in the 6th. Left stranded back in the third inning when she reached on the single. Second and third, 2 down. Fouls it off 1-1. 125 pitches thrown by Emily Farrow. Trying to record out number 3. Diamond gets herself her first set of or gets herself her second RBI of the season. Now stands at second, Thomas at third. 1-1 hits it down the left field line. Hooking foul, 1-2. Bandits down to their final strike. JUCO member from Calhoun Community College trying to keep the Bandits alive. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning, trying to work a little bit more magic. Yesterday's walk-off winner. Farrow trying to shut it down. The 1-2. Hits it hard down the left field side. Brown overhead. It's to the wall. Here comes 2 runs to score. Jacobs into second standing. 12-10. They might have magic after all. Now down by 2. Three have come in. Santiago just tells him, hey, you got this. You just need 1 out. But now it's the dangerous part of the Bandits lineup. It's Fowler. Blaylock, Yates, Thornton are the next 4 up. Fowler will now come in with a runner in scoring position and still 2 outs. She has struck out twice today. She has walked once. She was the first run for this Bandit squad back in the first. Farrow just trying to get out number 3. First pitch swinging into right field, a base knock. Corson's got it. Here comes Jacob. She's going to come in and score. Throw, not in time. 12-11. Corson went to first with it, thinking that maybe she could get Fowler out at first. The Lauder didn't realize that Jacobs was coming home. She scores on a head-first slide. Now it's a 1-run deficit in Blaylock, who is 2 for 3 with a chance to continue the magic. There's just no way, right? Runner at first, 2 down. Blaylock fouls off the first pitch, 0-1. Branham playing really close in on the third base line. Delana Brown down and in the corner, essentially. Abby Walker playing into left center. Corson, the only one kind of in that right field territory. Right center is wide open. 0-1 hits it. Third base side, Branham ends it. And the magic gets cut short at the very end. That will end it here. Breathe a sigh of relief, Red Bats. You hang on. The Bandits almost bring it all the way back. 12-1 the final. Branham makes the basket grab, essentially, to end it here. Woo, baby. Exhale, finally. That'll end it here. Emily Farrell will take the win. She goes the complete 7, but now with a little bit of drama attached. Bandits bring it all the way back around, 12-1. They cannot find that final run. Fowler left stranded at first. Blaylock lines out to end it. Time it goes the first 3. That will end it here. 12-11 the final. Red Bats hang on to the final second and are able to hold it down. As that will end it on the night, as that will come to a close for day 19. 12-11 the final. The Red Bats hang on to it. They will hold on to second place. They get a much-needed victory. Now 9-10 on the season. They take over second place over the Reign at 8-11. Smoky's still at 18-1. Bandits now fall to 3-8 or 3-16. They bring it within 1 again. That'll round it out here. We're back at it tomorrow once more. Teams will go at it and fight once again. We'll have a 10 and a 7:30 start time tomorrow. One more primetime matchup for the season. Go at it tomorrow. Try and get everything sorted here. Red Bats and Smokies play it out tomorrow at 10 a.m. Red Bats will be the home squad in that matchup. Bandits and Rain will play in the final primetime matchup currently, saying there's no rain delays. Tomorrow at 7:30. It'll be Rain and Bandits tomorrow at 7:30 at night. Red Bats and Smokies play the morning matchup at 10 a.m. It'll be the final primetime matchups tomorrow. Should be. Saying again, no rain delays, obviously. So that being said, they'll round it out here. Red Bats take it 12-11. They hang on down to the very chin of their hair. Can't bring it any closer than that almost. That'll end it out. Thank everyone for tuning in here from Janet Tate Stadium, Northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching day 19 of the Scenic City Collegiate League. Red Bats taking over the Bandits here. We'll be back at it tomorrow at 10 a.m. Thank everyone for tuning in. I hope to see you all tomorrow. Have a safe rest of your day.